I've spent a fair bit of time flying around the world, and each time I peer out the cabin window, I always appreciate the different views of the Earth's surface. But there's one place that really caught my attention. I was flying across the middle of Australia when I saw this outside my window. It's huge and resembles a human figure and left me asking so many questions. How long had it been there? How did it get there? And who made the man in the desert? If you've seen my channel before, you know I'm used to looking at the Earth's surface from a map rather than outside the window of a plane to find out what's in an area and what has happened. So when I saw this figure on the ground out the window, I just had to look it up online and find out everything I could. And so this is going to be a story about what can be found out when looking for clues online. And I'm going to show you each step of the way, starting with where exactly was this located. And that was the challenge because I was stuck on a plane. I didn't have internet. Yes, my phone was on flight mode. And taking a screenshot of my phone wasn't really that precise, but it gave me a rough indication as to where to look. So what I did was, when I landed, I head straight to the flight tracking site to find my path that the plane took. And I worked my way back from there. I was flying from Uluru to Melbourne, so I headed to Flight Radar to check out the flight. The time I saw the figure on the ground was this time. I went back to the time that I saw the figure on the ground when I was in the plane, so I could move the plane to where it would have been at that time. And I've got a fairly good location as to where it might have been. From there, it's pretty easy for me to check this out on Google Earth, which is a tool I often use to find the location of photos and videos. And there we have it, in full view for us to see, the whole figure in the Australian outback. I'm able to measure its height and its width, and even the area that it covers just by using Google Earth. But now that we know where it is, when did it actually get there? The cool thing about satellite imagery is that there's plenty of it, and it's been around for a while. So I can even view past satellite imagery, and what's even better, I can do that for free. By looking at years, months and weeks, I've managed to find the range of time with these two images, indicating it was made between these two dates. But when looking a little bit closer on the satellite imagery, I noticed something interesting. It looks like the figure is actually comprised of numerous lines to make its outline. By zooming in on the detail, we can get a clear image of how it was made, which looks like it would have taken some time, effort, and likely some type of earth moving or farming equipment. But the hardest question to answer out of all of these, and the one I'm kind of still scratching my head over, is who actually made it? When I looked at the place on Google Maps, I noticed it was called the Marree Man. And after a quick bit of Googling, it was pretty clear to me I wasn't the first one to know about this mysterious site. The site was actually first found in 1998 when a charter pilot flew over the area. The place became even more famous, even to the point when, in 2018, an Australian entrepreneur put up $5,000 as a reward for the information on the identity of who made the Marree Man. Since its discovery, rumours have circulated that it could have been an artist or people from a nearby area. But unfortunately, this is just one of those stories that leaves more questions than answers. As the story ages, the spectacle of the Marree Man attracts curious minds, tourists and skeptics wondering as to why it was made and who is behind it. And while I'd like to finish this video with an answer, instead I'll finish with a question. Can you find out who made the man in the desert?